Good morning. We have a lot of fencing here. An awful lot of fencing. I don't know, maybe a mile of fencing out there. And I put that fencing in. I can tell you all about fencing. It keeps things in, it keeps things out. Our country used to have a fence, a strong fence. And it was put up as, I would say, a second line of defense. The first line of defense for any country is the threat of horrific violence. That if you attack us, we will hit you with a vengeance and fury like no other. And that should keep most people from initiating any kind of an attack. Kind of a porcupine approach. Second line, the border fence. That has been systematically dismantled. And now this fraud of a president that we have, I believe he was installed to preside over the dismantling of America. I'll tell you straight up, this is what I believe. This is too well orchestrated, too well coordinated to be just some bumbling old man who found his way into the White House. I mean, that's a Hallmark after-school movie. The reality of the situation is much more dire than that. Now he's going to send Antony Blinken and Alejandro Mayorkas, down to talk to AMLO about the hole in the fence that we made. I mean, imagine, I tear down half of my fence on my place, and then people are passing back and forth, animals are getting in, getting out. It turns out to be a disaster. There's a bunch of people stacked up in my driveway. And what's my approach? I send my kids next door to talk to the neighbor. And what's he gonna say? What do you want to talk about? You tore down your fence, you dumbass. Our fence has been torn down. And I go down to Mexico a lot. And they've got some great fences down there. They've got great walls down there. They've got some beautiful properties down there. And they put beer bottles and liquor bottles mortared in with shards coming up. Cruel, ugly concertina wire. They're not opposed to fencing. These people, fencing is a big part of the culture down there. Let's not kid ourselves. You go down there and tell these people, hey, Pedro, take down your fence. He's going to laugh at you. You're an ass clown. These people are logical, smart people. They get it. But let's be sure that talking to AMLO is a joke. Sending an errand boy down to talk to AMLO is a complete joke. Number one, AMLO is not in charge of Mexico. The cartels run Mexico. They will kill him if he tries to fix it. We all know this. They're getting $10,000 a human, and they're coming across at, say, 10,000 people a day. This is big business. I mean, on par with anything GM or Toyota or Ford is doing in this country, they're doing down there. Not just the people, the fentanyl, the drugs going one way, the guns coming the other way, and the cash. There is no desire to fix this problem. And what's coming across? I'm going to tell you, replacement voters. You people need to be expunged and gotten rid of. We need some poverty brought in. We need some obedient democratic voters. That's what we're looking for. We don't want people like you. You need to wake up and see what's really going on and quit listening to the lamestream media tell you about what you're seeing. If you even are seeing it, I'm sorry. But the walls have been breached and the enemy is coming through the gates. And your protectors, your leaders, are not just asleep. They actually created this problem. And they're packing their bags and getting out of town. But I'm going to ask you, where are you going to go? You're in the last great place in the world. There is nowhere to run. This is the last bastion of freedom. You lose this, there's nowhere to go. You need to wake up. You need to understand this is a concerted effort to undermine you. Me, I'm going to hold down the fort. I guess that's all I have to say. I love you, and I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.